Creating a pivot chart from a list. Here we have a list of data with headings across the top and data listed underneath. Rather than making a summary table, i.e. the pivot table, what we're going to create this time is a pivot chart. To do this, we go to the Insert tab, and from the Insert tab we go directly down into the pivot chart. Once again, just like with the table, it will ask us to ensure that our range is correct, which is A1 to H50. And it will also ask us where we'd like the chart to go. So once again, it suggests a new worksheet. So here we just press the OK button. And again, on the right-hand side, we see the panel. But this time we see two structures on the sheet. We'll see a place for the pivot table to appear and a place for the chart to appear as well. So even though we're only asking it to insert a chart, by doing so it creates the table and then creates a chart from the table. So in effect it actually does both for us here. So I do exactly as I would have done when I was creating the table. I bring down the region into, for example, the legend field, and then I'll bring down the product into the axes field, and then into the middle I need to bring in the values, for example the sum of the sales. So once again, in the table in the background I can see the regions coming across the top, the rows coming down the side, but it's also creating a chart for me, and I can see the regions down the side and then also the product option on the axes. You'll see here there are drop-down menus for each, so I could turn on or off different features. So I might only want to see the north and the south feature for one product, and changing them here in the drop-down menus will then change the chart to only show those features. All of the changes that I made when I only had a table will also work here. So for example, I can pull region off and bring down salesperson instead, and then I can see those changes on my chart. I could also bring down, for example, year into the report filter, and at the top of my chart I now see a drop down so that I can actually filter the chart to only show 1 year at a time or all years together, depending on what it is I want to view. If I click out into the main sheet itself, I lose the panel on the right hand side. Selecting either inside the pivot table or on the chart itself will bring back the panel on the right hand side so that I can make any changes that I want to make here.